What a wonderful moment to read another chapter of Swami Anand Arun's book, Lone Seeker, Many Masters. And this time it will be the chapter 26, and it will be about Astabakra. So please sit down or lie down in a relaxful way and enjoy. Astabakra. In the curve of a temple is the sky curved. When a pot is smashed, is the sky smashed? The sky is beyond change. My body is twisted, but I am not. Look at the one within. There is no picture of Astabakra, only a painting, and it's very small. It's difficult to see, only a little bit like that. Okay. A 12-year-old child, crippled in 8 places, arrived limping at the court of Emperor Chanak. Chanak was a seeker of truth, and in his kingdom the theologians and scholars were paid the utmost respect. The emperor himself invited them to his court for philosophical discussions. It was in the middle of such a discourse that a boy appeared in the court. As he walked into the court limping, everyone in the court broke into uproarious laughter. As they started to laugh, the boy swept his eyes through the court and started laughing louder still. Perplexed, they stopped laughing and stared curiously at the boy. His laughter continued to echo through the court. Emperor Chanak, unable to contain himself, asked him, "I can understand why they are laughing, but why do you laugh?" The boy turned his majestic eyes towards the emperor and answered, "I am laughing at your sheer ignorance." Chanak, even more surprised, asked, "Why do you think so? I thought this conference was for scholars and philosophers, but these are all skin traders. Their scholarship is only skin deep, and they cannot see beyond the body. Your Majesty, in the curve of a temple, is the sky curved? When a pot is smashed, is the sky smashed? The sky is beyond change. My body is twisted, but I am not. Look at the one within. You can't find anything more straight and pure. Does wisdom only descend on those with grey hair? What kind of knowledge do you expect to gain from the company of such idiots? I couldn't help but laugh when I saw you fooled by such a comical congregation." A cold silence descended in the king's court. The insult was too much for the Brahmins to bear, but Chanak's heart opened up to the fearless and clear words of the boy. As though shaking awake from a long and endless nightmare, Chanak got down from his throne, knelt at the boy's feet, and asked, "Kata Gyan Bapnoti Kata Mukti Bar Bishyati, Vairagya Kata Prapta Meta Dibruhi Mama Bravo." "O Lord, how can one achieve wisdom? How can I become detached and liberated?" The boy was none other than Astabakra. Astabakra was born to Suchata, the daughter of Dulak Rishi and Maharshi Kahot, who was Udalak's disciple. During those times, it was the royal tradition of Mithila to invite sages to the palace. Even kings sat humbly at the feet of sages and asked their questions. The title of the Nemi Banja kings of Mithila was Chanak. The Chanak we are talking about is Sita's father Sirdwaj, the 22nd Chanak king. All Chanaks were free from attachments and were enlightened. This is why they were also known as Videha, which means the one who has transcended the body. Likewise, Sita was also called Vaidehi, or the daughter of Videha. Mithila was also blessed by the presence of enlightened sages such as Yajnavalkya, Gagri, Lomas, and Udalak. There is a story that one of the kings of the Chanak lineage attained the state of Vairagya when he spotted a grey strand on his head while combing his hair. He then handed over the kingship to his son, became a sannyasin, and went to the forest to meditate. He also made it a rule that as soon as the king spots the first grey hair on his head, he should leave kingship and become a sannyasin. This tradition of the Mithila palace continued for more than 20 generations. Hearing the humble but intense play of Chanak, Astabakra said to him, Muktimi chasi chetata bishayam bishavatyaya. Jya majar vadaya tosha satya piyushvad bhaja. If you want freedom, then shun the sensual experiences as if they are poison. Turn your attention to forgiveness, sincerity, kindness, simplicity, and truth. Astabakra says, emancipation means that your obsession with desire is over. The world exists as long as you are governed by desire. Remaining in the world and working and enjoying it does not create bondage. It is the attachment that creates bondage. Detachment and witnessing bring freedom. This teaching is the crux of the science of moksha, the ultimate emancipation. In the next verse, Astabakra adds, you are not a body made of the 5 elements, you are the consciousness that resides in the body. If you drop the fallacy that you are the body and rest in your consciousness, then this very moment you will be peaceful, joyous, and free. Right and wrong, pleasure and pain are all illusions of the mind. It will not have any effect on your original innocent nature, because you are neither the doer nor the one who experiences. You are just the one that witnesses all that is happening. You are the light, you are innocent and are always free, but the same effort that you make to be free becomes your bondage. As soon as Chanak heard this, all his illusions were shattered, and he immediately achieved a state of God realization. He then expressed his astonishment to Astabakra, O Lord, I became omniscient and blissful as soon as I heard your words. The same way as my soul keeps my body alive, I am spread around the universe as consciousness and vibrate in each atom. Lord, now I find it incredible that I went on missing this simple truth for lives. There is neither beginning to me, nor is there an end, neither is there any joy nor sorrow. I am bliss supreme. I bow down not only to you, but also to my own self. Aho aham namo mahayam. The Gita is more of a debate than a conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. In the Gita, Krishna tries to explain the truth to Arjuna logically, but Arjuna keeps on questioning using counter-logic. The communion happened only at the end of the 700th verse of the Gita. But the Astabakra Samhita is exceptional, because Astabakra does not need to make so much effort to get through to Chanak, as he was the right soul. Chanak's enlightenment is historic, as the very first utterance of Astabakra is enough to rekindle the flame of truth within him. He became free and content immediately. The remaining verses are simply conversations between a master and a disciple. They authenticate each other's experiences and talk about the nature of the ultimate freedom and the indications and character of an emancipated person. There is no conflict or debate between Astabakra and Chanak, rather just an amicable conversation between two enlightened people. The reason why the Astabakra Samhita would not become popular is well laid out by Astabakra in the first 3 verses of the 15th chapter of the book. Astabakra says, those with a pure mind will be satisfied by little wisdom. Those whose minds are impure inquire throughout their lives, but their lust for knowledge remains unsatiated. Those who are lustful are intelligent, hard-working, and like to talk a great deal, but after self-realization, their worldly desire is also melted by detachment, because their whole energy starts moving withinwards and refuses to go outward. They then become silent. This is why the words of wisdom regarding sannyas, freedom and detachment, are not for those who are deeply attached to worldly things, or those who live too much in their minds and are very ambitious. Thus, wisdom should not be imparted to such people. My words are for people who have already seen the worthlessness of sensual and worldly pleasures. those who have already been through the alluring but bitter experiences and are thoroughly frustrated with life. Only such people will be able to listen, understand, and digest my words. Such people are indeed rare. This is why the Astabakra Samhita did not become popular like the Gita, and there is no indication that it will be so in the future. In our time, Osho has explained the sutras of Astabakra in a series containing 2,500 pages. He calls the book the Mahagita, which means the Great Gita. Speaking about the Mahagita, Osho has said, man has many scriptures, but none uncomparable to the Gita of Astabakra. Before it, the Vedas pale, the Upanishads speak with a weak voice. Even the Bhagavad Gita does not have the majestic found in the Astabakra Samhita. It is simply unparalleled.